Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Referral Exchange Networking's Business Success Fertilizer application. It isn't always easy to compete against the bigger companies. They have much greater resources, many more people. However, you have one advantage. You can be smarter than they are. No one can tell you how much you can learn and how much of an expert or an asset you can become. That's why education is critical for small businesses, and that's why we at Referral Exchange strive to make you just a little smarter every week. So let's get right to it. No one can disagree, I think, with the idea that the successfulness of your business is reflected in your bank account. Especially in a capitalistic environment, the person with the most money is the winner. But is that really true? I'm reminded of the question, have you ever seen a hearse pulling a U-Haul? At the end of the day, you'll be leaving it all behind. With this in mind, we may want to consider that there is another type of account to think about, your community account. This is the impact and reputation your business has in the community. One of the great things about having a small business is that you're woven right into the fabric of your community. What you do can have a very real and meaningful influence on your neighbors. Not to put too fine a point on it, but these neighbors are also your customers. However, neighbors being customers isn't the main point I'm trying to make. As business owners, people who have been blessed with specific skills, knowledge, or abilities, we have a very real obligation to share these things with those who need it. Every major religion has this sense of charity or giving as a fundamental tenet of their beliefs. Buddhism has a required action called dana, which is a concept that includes giving, sharing, and selfless giving without anticipation of return or benefit to the giver. Judaism places an obligation on its adherents to perform charitable works, known as tzedakah. Tzedakah is organized into 8 levels of charity, from least to most meritorious. These levels range from giving begrudgingly to enabling a recipient to become self-reliant. The third pillar of Islam is zakat. Zakat is compulsory giving for those Muslims whose incomes are at a particular level, which would seem to echo the Christian philosophy of the more you have, the more you should give. This is expressed quite eloquently in the New Testament passage. Whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will reap generously. Being a good business leader is obviously critical to success. I am suggesting that being a good community leader is just as important. But we want to avoid getting caught up in the mantle of leadership as just another way to show how important we are. As all the world's major religions and philosophies suggest, leadership shouldn't be the goal. Our aspirations should focus on service. And service can take many forms. As mentioned above, as small business owners, we have skills, knowledge, and abilities that we should be sharing. Sharing these gifts in our communities shouldn't be seen as just another way to bolster our image, but rather as a priority. Treating your customers as you would like to be treated is not only the right thing to do, but also the successful thing to do. As we emerge from a year of pandemic and reconnect again with those in our communities, I think that this would be a great time to reevaluate how we define success. This is a golden opportunity to examine what we're doing, what we know, and what skills we have, and consider how can we re-engage with our communities with the spirit of, dare I say it, service over profits. If you've ever seen the 1946 movie, It's a Wonderful Life, with Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed, you'll know that service over profits was the key to George Bailey's ultimate success. After Uncle Billy lost the deposit and the evil Mr. Potter, owner of the most successful bank in town, was about to foreclose on the Bailey building and loan, all the clients that George had helped and supported through the years came forward to support him and save the bank. In his final retort to Mr. Potter, George talked about his father, who started the building and loan. George said, well, in my book, he died a much richer man than you'll ever be. So I guess the question we need to ask is, how rich do we want to be? And how should we define success? Well, that's it for this week. I hope you got something out of it. If you'd like to talk about anything you just heard, or you'd like to know how you can grow your business by joining a referral exchange and networking chapter, or even starting your own chapter, reach out to me at raustin.ehs@gmail.com and take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, well, that's it for this week, folks, and I look forward to coming back to you again next week. Thanks a lot and take care. Bye.